Hey guys, what's going on today? This is Sam with Spaghetti Box, and today we're back with another Black Ops 3 Zombies video, a high round guide for shadows, so let's get into it. You're going to start off here in the spawn room, and I like to tap Quick Revive right away. An extra 100 points really helps. And you're going to go and buy the first door immediately. It's only 500 points, and there's actually a quick way to make that back that I'll show you in just a second. You're going to walk over here and use the Beast Mode pedestal right by Stamina Up and just activate everything that I activate in this order. You might fail a few times at this. It's kind of hard to get down at first, but you should be able to do it just fine. As you can see, I'm showing you the path right now. You do have to be quick with this if you want to do all of this. If you're really not comfortable, you don't have to power up Stamina Up, but, you know, it is recommended. So once you do that, now you can get down to one zombie. It's really important that you leave one, and what I do is I shoot them twice in the leg and then knife. In this map, 3 shots on round 1 will kill them for some reason. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, just shoot twice and then knife until there's only one zombie left. You're also going to want to come over and pick up the summoning key right here. That's very important. Now once there's only one left, you want to go over to this window right next to the spawn door after picking up the fumigator. There's a few different locations around this area. You're going to want to come right over to this window and look at this little rectangle on this shirt that I'm aiming at. You're going to want to throw a grenade at it and try to time it so it hits right when it explodes. And if you did it right, it'll appear right on this crate and you can press X for 500 points. And then come over here and pick up this little ritual item that you just unlocked with Beast Mode. It'll spawn 2 keepers and you should be able to kill those guys pretty easily, just like that one knife. Now you're going to make your way over here and do the very first ritual on round 1. This ritual is going to give you 500 points, which will help you out later. And it's very important to get these done as soon as you can early in the rounds. This is pretty easy, just train around. You don't even try to kill them because they'll just respawn. If you want to shoot them a couple times for points, you can do that, but as you can see here, it just ended. And you want to pick up the little gate worm on the table that it drops. And now you're going to come over here and open the door to Waterfront, I believe it is, right to the right, and then you can end the round. Now you're going to want to do the same thing you just did in round 1 in round 2 until there's only one zombie left. I've already done that. Then you're going to want to go over to Waterfront and you should have just enough money to come right over here and buy the second door. Now you're going to use your Beast Mode, not on this pedestal but on the next one coming up right over here. You're going to want to unlock everything that I unlock. Now, if you can't make your way over to the perk machine, it's not a big deal, but you can try if you want. And Jug just so happened to be in this area. You can tell where the perks are by the bottles right outside the initial doors. So right here is where I go to power up the perk machine, but you probably won't have time to do that. I only got the perk machine, I didn't get the stairs or anything, so it's not a big deal. Then you're going to want to come over here and pick up the item that it just dropped. And that's going to spawn another 2 keepers, and it's going to allow you to do the second ritual. And before you do this ritual, if you don't have ammo in your starter pistol, which you probably won't unless you got a max ammo, you're going to want to go back to spawn and buy the RK5, because the second ritual is going to spawn a Margwa. And also, keep this in the back of your mind, the 4th ritual will spawn a Margwa too, so you're going to want to be careful there. They are really easy to kill, you just need a gun, which is why you want to buy the cheapest one there is if you don't have ammo. But I did, so I just killed him with the starter pistol, which is surprisingly easy. So you're going to see him spawn in just a second after I pick up the gate worm. And there he is. So, obviously, just shoot him in his head. I sped it up here. Really easy to do. Just be mindful of what's behind you, because if you get corner trapped by him, you're gonna die. It's gonna end your game. Which, dying at round 2 really freaking sucks. Don't do it. It's not fun. It's happened to me plenty of times, and it really pisses me off every time it happens. So once he dies, he's gonna drop a Margwa heart. You're gonna want to go over there and pick that up by pressing X. That's an item for the Apothicon Servant, the wonder weapon of this map. And then this is why I had you buy this door first. You're gonna go back to the ritual site, right over here, and go in this little back room that's kind of hidden. and buy the Bowie knife. This is the only location in the map where the Bowie knife is, and it's really important to get this early. If you can't get this right away by round 2, that's fine. You should be able to get it really early on in round 3. That's pretty much what's important. So now you can go ahead and end the round. And if you have money left over like I do, it's okay if you don't. You're probably going to want to buy Quick Revive. It's a good idea. It is easy to down early. So you're going to want to leave a zombie again in this round if you have the Bowie knife. That's really easy. And open whatever district you want. I just decided to do this one. You might want to open the one that has Jug if it's not already open. And if you are doing this one, then, you know, once again, just follow my path. It's pretty easy once you get it down. So as you can see, I just dropped the 3rd ritual item and opened the little statue for the sword. The sword will come up later in the video and it's optional, but you can get it if you want, and I do recommend it. So now all I'm doing is I'm going to go back and pick up that ritual item. Now this is only the 3rd ritual, so it's not going to spawn a Margwa, so you don't have to worry about that, but the next one will. And another 2 keepers will appear. So it's the same deal with the 3rd ritual as it is with all the other ones. Oh, also, forgot to mention, there's a shield part in this location right here. There's a shield part near the perk machine in every single district. If you don't know where it is, just look around for it. It's pretty easy to find. And the shield is very important later on in this map especially. So just like before, put the item, then the summoning key, and just train around, avoid them. And right there, bam, it's over. And now you are free to end the round once again. And right here, I just do the same thing. I save 1 zombie and then open the final district. I'm also going over here to buy the RK5 because I know that this is going to spawn a Margwa. And if I don't have a gun for this one, it's going to be really rough. You can't just knife a Margwa to death. It does not work that way. This beast mode area is a little more difficult than the other ones, but if you follow this path, you should get it down. You don't have to melee this box if you're not getting the sword, but once again, I recommend it. And if you do this right, there's a little cheeky grapple spot right there. It's actually pretty hard to hit at first, but you should be able to get it. Now I'm just going to go pick up the item that I just dropped down there in the river. And then I'm going to do the final ritual so I can have the Pack-a-Punch open by round 4. Also, don't forget to open these rift doors whenever you open them. You're going to need those later on. But, you know, don't go through them yet, there's really no point. We're going to be doing that right after we complete our last ritual. So now that this ritual is completed, I'm going to pick up the final gate worm and then just quickly kill this Margwa. I just cut right to the part where I kill him, right there. And now you can, oh, right here I'm just powering up Jug. You can do this depending on which district it's in, but by this point I do recommend doing this. You're going to need Jug early on. This map is relatively challenging. And over here I'm just running for my life trying to power up Speed Cola as well, which I do manage to do. Now that that's all done, you can go through any rift portal you have opened, it doesn't matter. And once you do that, you're going to be in the area right under the middle of the map and right next to Pack-a-Punch. You're going to have to deal with a few keepers that spawn there, but it's not a problem. There's the location for the 3rd or 2nd shield part, my bad. So as you can see, I have keepers spawning everywhere. There's about probably 5 of them. And the Bowie knife is an insta-kill until round 10, which is why it's really great to have. That's how you get most of your points. If you don't have Jug by this time either, don't worry about it. You should be okay. Now we're going to unlock the pack by just placing all 4 gate worms at these little pedestals here. I speed this up. Then you can place a summoning key right here in the middle, and it's going to start a normal ritual. Now it's important to note, after you finish this, you're going to get the normal 500 points, but it's also going to spawn another Margwa, so just get ready for that. He always spawns in that place right off to the left. And just like the other ones, he is easy to kill. Now, if you are building the sword, this is where you're going to start doing that. You're going to want to make your way to any train station and then look at this map. And it's going to tell you which district the train is in, so it was in Footlight for me. Then look at the question marks. You need to memorize where those are, and it will tell you where to look out at the train. So as you can see, I'm just setting the tracks to Waterfront, and there were 2 question marks off to the left on the way to Waterfront. And those question marks show where you need to look into these buildings to memorize these symbols. There's one right there, a double arrow. You can write those down if you want, I really recommend it. There's the second one. And now there's only one more symbol left. You're going to need to take the train at least twice to do this. There's no way to get all 3 symbols in one go. So now, there is the final symbol. Once you have all of those, go back underground, and you're going to want to shock every symbol on this little wall that you saw in the windows. And then hit this box, and you can go ahead and power up Widow's Wine because it's the best perk ever made, and Mule Kick. And also open the staircase so you don't have to keep going through those portals. Now you can go in here and pick up an egg, and you're going to want to put it in any statue that you have unlocked. So I always start with this one because it's right here, and just get kills around it. So you can see the soul flies right into it. And once it's done, it makes a noise, and you can see that it's glowing perfectly white like that. So I just pick it up. You're going to need to do that with each statue. I show you every location here. So I'm doing the second one. Always do this one second because it's definitely the hardest, and if you try to do this on a late round, you're probably going to die. And also, side note, you're going to want to wait for a flyer round, usually round 6, like it was for me in this game. And it's important to note that flyers and meatballs have a chance to drop an Apothicon Servant upgrade part, or not upgrade part, just a buildable part. And it's completely random. I didn't even get it in this game. So if you see it drop, definitely pick it up. It's like a pile of little green balls or something like that. And if you see it, just book it and try to get it, because I made it pretty far in this game and never ended up getting it. It was pretty disappointing. So now, after you've done every statue, rewind if you didn't see all the locations, you can bring the egg right back here and put it back into the sword area and then pick up the sword. Now that we have this, we can begin upgrading the sword. And also, you're going to want to buy the Vesper off the wall if you didn't see me just do that, and Pack-a-Punch it. And the goal is to eventually, pretty early on in the game, get Blast Furnace. That's very important. And now I'm just going to get the last shield part here. As I said, the shield part is near every perk machine, and this is the only one I haven't unlocked yet. And this is also where Double Tap is, which I'm going to be getting instead of Speed Cola, because Double Tap, I think, is really important for doing damage to zombies on late rounds. Unless you have Blast Furnace, then you should be okay. Took me a minute to find the shield part because I am blind as hell, but I end up doing it right at the end, resting on that wall. And you can build that at any station in the map. I end up building it at the canals. Now you're going to want to go to the ritual site that corresponds with your character, so for the girl, it's the Burlesque, and pick up this little egg that it's holding. And now you can start upgrading the sword. So there's 4 circles like this all around the map, and once per round you can go up to a circle and press X, and it will spawn. The first one will spawn 1 Margwa, and everyone after that will spawn 2. And you need to kill them, and then it will power up the egg just a little bit. So it'll take 4 rounds in total to do that. Here I'm just showing buying Double Tap and how I think it's important. And now you can just go on through the rounds, and you want to save one zombie each round just so you can do this. So here I'm doing the second one right here in the canals. Also, the third wonder weapon part can be found in the purple pods. You get those by just letting them grow, not touching them, and then later on, you're going to want to harvest them. It took me a while to get, unfortunately I don't have it on film, but just keep harvesting them and you'll get a Margwa tentacle eventually. It took me until about round 20 something. And here I'm just repacking, hoping to get Blast Furnace, which I didn't get until a little later, but it's not important really in the early rounds. Here's the location of the circle for Waterfront. And the last location is really easy, it's just right in the middle of the map, as you can see right here. Now once you kill these Margwas, and your egg is completely red like that, you can bring it back to your ritual site, and give them your sword, and then after a few seconds they will give you the Reborn sword. Which is a lot stronger, and it has a really cool ability where you can press LT, and it will fly around and kill everything for you. It's pretty nice. And by this point, you're basically done setting up. You know, you can still try to get the wonder weapon. 2 of the parts are up to random chance, which is why I didn't end up even getting it in this game. But all you're going to want to do is train around in the subway, like I am right here. And as you can see, there's me on round 27 with Blast Furnace. Once again, really important for high rounds. It can just wipe out an entire horde of zombies like it's nothing. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and if this helped you, leave a like and a subscribe. That means a lot to help the channel grow. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.